It's time for Mushoku Tensei. We took a week off, or we didn't take a week off. They took a week off. I also took the week off, except I actually did more work. Because last week I did a One Piece movie in the slot that I normally do Mushoku Tensei. And a movie is much longer than an episode of Mushoku Tensei. So it was more work for me. But I'm glad they took the week off because that allowed me to do that One Piece movie. And now we're back. Last episode was the turning point episode. Now, some people have said that the turning point episode is the start of the turning point, right? And so there is more turning point to come. I still think, you know, like, for me, the turning point is a point, right? Like, that's the point where it starts to turn. Of course, the actual turn itself might take a while, and that, I think, is what's happening here, is the turn itself. But I do think last episode being the turning point is appropriate. Like, that is the point where his life is changed direction, and now we are seeing the results of that. So I think the dramatic stuff is still coming. You know, the stuff that's like, oh shit, this is huge. But we can trace it all back to that one episode. That's the way I interpret turning point episodes, you know? I don't think, oh, it's a turning point and it's going to take 10 episodes. I think the turning point is the start of that arc. That's what I think. But anyway, we are going to be jumping into this. This is season 2, episode 19. Make sure to support the video if you can and support my channel. I am a small channel, so I love your assistance to like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. All of that stuff helps me out way more than you realize. And if you want to support me financially, you can do that on my Patreon account down in the description below. That will give you access to the full-length reactions as well as lots of other content. So many videos over there, some exclusive videos, some early access, so go check those out as well. It also gives you all the content of my Jent Watches One Piece channel, full length as well, so go check that out. But anyway, let's jump into Mushoku Tensei. This is season 2, episode 19. Oh, so are you getting Elinalise to tell Sylphie? I hope not. God damn, 8 months is so much. Yes, good job setting that boundary now. Yeah, communicate. You gotta tell her. Forgot about her. She's just gonna go, okay. Oh, yeah, no, she's... Oh. Is she gonna come? Is there a reason you have to stay here? Wait, let her process it and talk to you. What? Do you like me? Yes, no. Okay. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Holy shit! That's huge! But that's amazing. Nanahoshi, you're a fucking G. That makes me feel so much better about it. 1 month. Oh, time for the conversation. I knew Sylphie would understand, of course. Fun fact, it might just be like 3 or 4 months. Oh, understandable reaction. I believe that. Will they be safe when he gets back? I hope so. Norn, be good. Oh yeah.
名前って Rudy
No, not Rudy. That's my
そうい
name.
うこと言うの
しまった。この世界の死亡フラグだったか。
じゃルーデウスジュニアと呼びましょ
They really are calling him Rudy if anything happens. Oh, she's so scared, but she's trying to stay brave. Come on, you guys.
あれ以来、バーディーガーディには会ってないが。まあ、
Yeah, but Bodyguard will be fine.
ジーナス教頭には旅の計画はこうだ。
What a stupid
ここから1週間
horse.
で店員の
It's a stupid looking horse.
準備は整った。
It's almost too optimistic right now. I'm so scared.
なんとかここまで小型化できた。
Oh, good.
この上から着衣しても問題ないはず。
Awesome. Great job.
リーゼ、帰ってきたら式を挙げよう。
Oh, damn.
呪いは今までそうしなかったから不安にさせてしまったんだろう。
Damn,
口
man.
だけじゃないかって。
私は黙っていこうとしたひどい女ですのよ
リーゼはミリス教徒じゃないけど。
いますわこの世で誰
Oh, that's so cute.
シルフィー大丈夫ルーデウスは私が守りますわ
Good, Elinalise.
きちんと出産までに戻りますわよいってらっしゃい
Oh my god. Goodbye, you guys. Please be okay, please. I can't deal with losing them. It's a huge horse.
見つけましたわこの石碑ですわね
This is a stone.
七星の情報
Oh,
と一
right.
致します。清流亭シラードの名を借り、その結界を今打ち破らん。
Okay.
こんな魔術は見たことがありませんわね
Ooh. Cool.
これが
Is that? Yeah, there it is.
転移の迷宮探索機という転移魔法陣について詳しく
Good. Okay. He's double checking with the book.
細部は違いますが、双方向に転移できる魔法
That's
陣
good.
に間違いないでしょう。
私転移には少々嫌な思い出がありまして
It'll be okay.
嫌な思い出くらい。
Did it work? You're all good?
そのようですね。
Okay. It's reactivating as you leave.
一応戻れるか確かめておきますか。
Oh, good
私が行きますわ
question.
わかりました。お願いします。
Okay. I'm nervous. Wait for it to glow again.
そういうの。
Oh no. Is that her? Okay, it is her. Good.
きちんと戻ってこれましたわね
One
遅か
piece.
ったですね。
すぐ戻ってきたつもりですけど
Okay, so there's a bit of a delay.
戻ってこれるなら
Didn't seem like a bad delay though, so that's okay. And now they're in a desert. God, just moving across the desert must suck. Rudy, what the fuck are you doing?
グリ
Was that some sort of pheromones?
まだ大丈夫かと思っていたが、少し溜まっていたよ
Yeah,
うだ。
go over the
頭がもやも
hill
やする。
and jerk off on your own, man. What? Oh no. What's this? I didn't mean to say what's this. Like, what's this situation? Is it some sort of succubus? Is that why there were like pheromones?
ルーデス
Oh,
しっかりなさいサキュバスですわ
it is a succubus. Oh shit. Oh shit.
まったく嫌な匂いですわ
エリナリーゼさん、
Rudy, come on. I know it's the pheromones that have affected you.
早く解毒なさい
Yeah.
スケベしようや
I like her making fun of him for that. That's good. Hell yeah, man. Whoa. Is that real? It is. Thought it was a mirage. Oh, that food looks good. It is apparently.
先に寝ていて構いませんことよ
Fair
わかり
enough.
ました。
Who'd you sleep with?
ルーデス
出し惜しみしませんよ。
What? She's got good instincts. Elinalise has been saving his ass several times.
グリフ フォンのつがいですわね。
Griffins. Oh. Oh, the animation. Oh. The way they animate the spells looks so good. Nice. She's awesome to have on his side. She's doing like way better than I thought she would be.
エリナリーゼさん、お行儀が悪いですよ。
Why? It's just you two.
ゼニスみたいにようやくですわね。
Desert Journey. Is that it? That's it. Damn. That was a great episode. I really enjoyed that. I had a great time. I have said that I said in the previous video when I saw the title of this episode was Desert Journey, I'd said that I don't like desert sections of shows and games and movies. You can go and find out my reasoning why in the previous discussion. But I will say after this episode, it was fine. The desert part was fine. I had no problems with it. They kept it entertaining and they kept it brief because it looks like we're at the place we need to be at the end of this episode. So it was a very brief desert thing. They didn't drag it out. It was great. It was great. It was really good. So good on them for that. Man, there was so much great stuff in this episode. Firstly, like, to set it up with, okay, it'll be an 8-month trip there and an 8-month trip back, and to set all of that up and have us as viewers be ready for that, you know, like be ready for the fact that it's gonna be like that, and then having Nanahosh come in and go, I know a way, and it can bring it down to a month. That's incredible. That's so good, and it's so it's so satisfying. I love that feeling in real life when you think you're gonna have to do something like long and strenuous or something, you know, like really, really exhaustive, but you've made yourself ready for it. So it's like you're already assuming you're gonna go. Sorry, you're already assuming you're going to do it. So you're ready for it, but it's just, you know, it's going to be exhausting. And then someone comes and goes, hey, that thing, don't worry about it. Or like, I have this way for you to, you know, get that down. Suddenly it's like, oh my God, there was a weight lifted off my shoulders that I didn't even know was there, you know? I love it, you know, like it might be something as simple as, oh, I know I have to take my, that I have to, you know, go get, I don't know, I have to go get this thing done to this thing, you know, like, oh, my computer, I need to take my computer in for repair or something. And you like, and you know you have to do it, so you sort of plan like, okay, sometime next week I'm going to take it in for repair. And then someone says to you like, hey, I took your computer in and got it repaired. And you're like, holy shit, that's just a stress out of my mind that like I was ready to do it. I wasn't complaining about it to people. But now, yeah, it's just gone. So, like, Nanahosh, like, almost the MVP of this episode. I mean, she probably is the MVP of this episode. But I will say, Elinalise, man, she's impressing me. Like, I knew she was great. I knew she was, like, you know, awesome and capable. But, like, it feels like on this journey, she feels like the perfect person to be accompanying him on this trip. Her instincts are on point. Really, really on point. She saved him from the succubus, which, like, honestly, succubus would be one of Rudy's worst enemies. He'd be weak to that. Absolutely. Like, that would be... If you have elements, like Pokemon elements, you know? Pokemon types, I guess. Then Rudy would, like, would have succubi be super effective against him. Absolutely, you know? So Elinalise saving him from that is amazing. And then on top of that, like, she saw the griffin coming or whatever it was. I don't know if it was, I don't remember if they called it a griffin or if they called it something very similar to that, but saved him from the griffin. And then also, like, when that griffin was trying to escape from his spell, like pinned him down and stuff. It was just so much great stuff that it feels like she just really knows what she's doing, you know? Yeah, it's amazing. I love her relationship as well. That she's just like, I love you more than anyone in the world. Like, I think that's just so sweet. I think the relationships in this show are nice and sweet. And I love it because I say in shows, some people don't like romance in shows, and I sort of get it, you know, like some people don't like, you know, they come in here for an action show or whatever, and then there's like romance stuff in the middle, and they're like, oh, why are we wasting time on this? But for me, I really like romances in shows. I really like them most of the time, you know. I mean, like, there's some that I won't like in certain shows, depending on how they do them and who they do them with and stuff. But for the most part, my personal opinion is I feel like romances add more than they take away, because for me, I think seeing like people in real life are different when they're in a relationship. That's just how they are. I don't think I know a single person in the world that is not different, like when they're in a relationship, at least slightly different, you know. Sometimes that difference is good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's neutral but just different. But generally, someone changes. And so I think it's a really cool thing to funnel character development through. And it's also something fun to root for, and it gives you more stakes in certain areas. So I really enjoy it. And I always want shows to do what Mushoku Tensei is doing, which is these characters get together. And they're a couple. The rest of the show is still going on. You know, it's not like Sylphie and Rudy were endgame. They weren't. You know, it happened. It was a beautiful moment. Now they're together, and we're still watching the show. Things are still happening. You know, I said it in a recent video that I made, but I don't like when shows, like, I generally don't like when shows are all about like kiss, roll credits. You know. I would prefer the characters to get together much earlier, and we get to see that stuff. And this is exactly why. Sylphie and Rudy's relationship is amazing to me. I love watching it. I think it's amazing and adorable, and it makes Rudy a much more interesting character to me. And he is growing so much because of Sylphie. I see him as so much more mature now. I see him as so much more responsible and reliable, and like taking care of a family is a tough thing to do, and he's taking it on beautifully, I think, right now. It makes me care about Sylphie more. It makes me see her in a different light, you know? It's just, I think it's great. I think this show is doing relationships perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. But what's interesting to me is the teleport delay and like the time lag that they were talking about. And the reason it's interesting to me is they did not make that much of a big deal about it, but they definitely dedicated some episode time to it. So I think it's a much bigger deal than we're being made to believe. Because yeah, it seemed like the time delay was like, I don't know, 15 minutes or something, if I had to guess, from the way he was acting. Like, he wasn't panicking, he wasn't freaking out, but he was like bored a little bit, and then he like went up and walked around, and then she came out, you know? So it seems like it felt like 15 minutes or so. But and like, you know, my first thought is, well, 15 minutes does not seem like a big deal. There's not that much that would, you know, hurt. But I don't know. Like, it makes me feel like there's something really bad there. Or that 15 minutes is going to be dangerous for one reason or another. Because here's the question. If you leave at 7 p.m., like if you get into the teleport circle at 7 p.m., and then you come out on the other teleport circle at 7:15, where were you for those 15 minutes? What happened? And if in that time someone was to get rid of the teleport circles, what would happen to you? would you be gone forever? You know, like that's a real question that I have. Is if you're gone from the world, but there's nowhere to come back to, what happens? So that's a way that they could bring it in. Maybe, like, my thought is, like, maybe Rudy and his family are escaping from something dangerous, and he's like, shit, everyone get in the teleport circle, and then they all get in, and then they, like, start coming out the other side, but then something happens and breaks the teleport circle just before, I don't know, his mum can get through or his dad can get through, you know? And so they're like, they've just disappeared off the face of the earth. I don't know, but anyway, that's my current thoughts. But yeah, great episode. Anything else I have to say? What does that note say? Oh, that just says Elinalise instincts. I already talked about that. Anyway, that is not Full Metal Alchemist. I finished that show on my Patreon account. Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 19. So thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos for both this channel and my Gent Watches One Piece channel. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.